Very well, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Chained Echoes. Last time we checked the entirety of Sienna's scenario in this path split, in which she got to know a new ally, Batrats, and we got through the city of Rock Bottom. Today, we're gonna go through Lenne and Glenn scenario. Can you hear me, Glenn? Are you alright? Len, where are we? What happened? Road tore the bridge from under our feet and we were washed up here. The others? Sorry, I don't know. They either managed to save themselves or drifted further down the river. We must find them. No, it's too dangerous. But Kylian, Matai will search the river for us, won't he? We have to leave as fast as possible. Sir Victor spoke of the White Rose Inn. We could wait for the others there. This is on the other side of Cortara, and there are only two of us. How are we supposed to get there? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll be lucky and meet the others before then. But first we have to leave here. You're right, Len. And so we get in control of Len and Glenn, and we're gonna go ahead and learn some skills, because we do have a skill point. So at this point, maybe. See, these ones are good. They're not bad. But I'll grab Magic plus 2. And with you, I'm gonna grab Arms Break. And that's it. Also, we're gonna steal the Shimmering Garb again. Get the Cleric for you. Get the Warrior for you. And I think that's it for preparations. This scenario is very short. It's probably the shortest. So hopefully we'll get through it quickly. And we're back there. We've already been in this quadrant, but not in this zone in particular. I think we can grab a bunch of crystals here. Those crystals will hopefully be of use of the to Kylian's party. These guys weak to wind. Alright. Die, I guess. They're not too hard. Yeah, they deal some damage, but yeah, they're not that bad. Do that. And Wind Thrust. Yeah, these enemies are very weak. They don't pose a threat now. Imagine later when we'll basically be one-shotting them. Because we'll have to come back to this area and kill a bunch of them for a thing. There's a certain monster that only pops up when you defeat a bunch of them. There is a path there, come on. Guarding a treasure, are you? There's nothing much to say in these fights. Unfortunately, this is all they are. You armor break, spam Wind Thrust, and get a bunch of crits. And I win. Not yet, okay. Just one more bop, probably. Yep. You can actually see on the map there are a bunch of like dots, little areas. You can easily see some areas on the map you can go to. This one, that one down there, the crystal on it, so that's fine. Like those little dead ends you can see on the map. Let's go this way first. Nothing! Yay! I think there's just a bit of a climbing section here. And once we're at the end of it, that might be it for this scenario. Well, actually, that's not it. There's a whole section and a boss fight at the end of it, of course. There's always a boss at the end of the scenario. That's nice. But no, we had like what? 2 fights? 2 fights? It's probably less fights than Sienna's scenario. It's had 3. Well, actually, he had 4, but one I decided to avoid. The one with the lizards. Because that is just, you know, it's just disaster waiting to happen. Fighting through the lizards with just Sienna, like, maybe not. But this one had 2 fights, maybe just the boss next. Which, it's not right here, it isn't a while, but yeah. Sky armors? These are X300P models. That's unbelievable. They're the most recent models produced by MRC. They have double the horsepower of the previous model and use less fuel at the same time. This is the biggest generational jump between models since the P100 series. Look how smoothly their joints twist before changing directions. It's beautiful. Your passion does you credit. Huh? Look over there. They are mobilizing for war. How horrible. And you see pretty far. Lord Gustav Riermeyer is allied with Tarin. We should steer a wide berth around this village. Reimer? I've heard his name only recently. Lord Gustav is Rob's father. He's the son of an earl? That explains a lot. Do not speak ill of him. He has gone through much. Sorry, you seem to know him well. During the war, Lord Gustav rebelled against my father, but he was quickly put in his place. Rob was taken as a ward to the royal castle. There he grew up with me. A life as a hostage. He was the son of an earl, but was not treated any better than a court maid. That must have been very painful for him. I'm sorry, I didn't know. You're awfully sorry. You're awfully often sorry for something. Don't be. I'm sorry. I mean, okay. Anyway, let's move on. Huff, huff, huff. Avoiding all these monsters is taking us a long time. True, but we stand no chance against most of them in battle. I'm sorry for not being much help. What are you talking about? Without you, I would have never dared to cross these mountains. Glenn, are you alright? Let's set up camp, but the sun is setting anyway. Say, I know it's none of my business, but what do you plan to do about your brother? Matai seems to have confirmed that Prince Frederick ordered the murder of Lady Parnella. Matai is a liar. I do not believe a word he says. Don't get me wrong, Glenn. I'm not some naive girl who, despite all evidence, thinks her brother is innocent. I know him better than any other person in the world, and I know exactly what he's capable of. And it's not little. But that does not mean that he gave the order in this case, nor does this mean that I cannot prevent a war by talking to him. I need to see the bigger picture with my own eyes, and not betray my brother based on the statement of someone who tried to murder me. You're right. Who else would you trust but your own family? To see the bigger picture, that was also the reason why I fled the castle. You can't understand what it's like to watch the world only on the horizon while you sit idly in the bay window of a tower. You don't know what it's like to be locked up behind walls all your life. Actually, I know that only too well. You do? The city where I came from was a huge prison. It was a giant pit in the ground. Some rotten buildings built in mud with high walls around them. The guards opened the gates, threw the prisoners inside and closed the gates behind them. They did not care what happened inside. The law of the strongest ruled in there. And if you were strong, hard-working and had a lot of luck, you were sold as a slave and could leave the city. Are you talking perchance about Golgotha? Yes, I was born behind the walls, the son of a prisoner. You said you could see the world only on the horizon? I couldn't even do this. I didn't even know what the horizon looked like. People talked about it, but I could not imagine it. Surrounded by walls, all I knew was the sky above me and the mud beneath my feet. You are a survivor from Golgotha. I did not know that. I'm sorry, how foolish of me. You couldn't have known. After the Jadar Exodus, I was freed and joined the band of the Iron Bull. Being imprisoned for such a large portion of my life is probably the reason why I enjoy flying sky armor so much. Up there, I feel free. I can look beyond every mountain, beyond every wall. But now the troop is no more. When we reach Tarin, I will see to it that you are generously rewarded. You could use this capital to start over. That is Kalian's most sincere wish, but if I were to choose, then... Tell me. Back during the battle in Wiltshire, I was in the center of the explosion that engulfed it. What? Wait? You were in the middle of it? How did you survive? I don't know. The explosion pulverized buildings, killed people, vaporized water and melted skin. But both Kalian and I, we didn't have the slightest scratch. The cause of the explosion was... It looked like a grimoire. Not the magic tomes, mind you, but these crystal stones they put into the book's cover. It was bigger than the usual stone, and they refracted the light stone in the colors of a rainbow. A grimoire? Are you sure? I don't know of any with such power. But some ruler on Valandis seems to know it only too well, and Kalyan and I are searching for information. We want to know what this is all about. That's why you sneaked into the palace? And that's why we're traveling to Tormund and trying to help you. We would like to ask your brother to share all his information about the grimoire with us. You speak of a weapon so powerful that it can end wars on its own. I doubt that my brother will share the information if he actually possesses any. Actually, just asking about that can be trouble. But I will ask him, I promise you. Thank you, Lenne. This explosion is still haunting me. Finding information on what happened that day is my way of dealing with it. I will do my best to help you. Sorry. Stop being sorry. Yes, let's sleep then. The more we talk about this topic, the harder it will be for me to find good sleep. So be it. Good night, Glenn. Good night, Lenne. You there, wake up. Huh? Soldiers? Do we look like soldiers to you? What do you want? Do you know where you are? This is a holy place. You have no business here. Ah, my head. Damn it, watch out. It hurts. Sorry, we did not know where we were. It was not on purpose. These are sacred woods. Anyone who enters this forest is sentenced to death. Why are you here then? Hold still, I won't be able to bandage you. We have a state of emergency. Our village Welland was attacked by a beast. We wounded it badly, but the beast fled. We are chasing it before it can recover. A beast? Looks like a mix of a bear and a wild boar. Has bright eyes and it's huge. For the wounds we inflicted on it, 3 men had to pay it with their lives and 5 others were seriously injured. Strata, we should not stay here any longer. We're all exhausted. A short break is necessary. The beast will not get far anyway. Can you forgive us for trespassing in the state of emergency? You're armed and look like you can handle your weapons. We'll rest for a moment and then you'll follow us. You want us to help you take down the beast? Don't worry, it can hardly defend itself anymore. Don't help them, Glenn. You could put yourself in danger. Who are you? What do you want from me? Let us help. We have a different objective, have you forgotten? I know, but haven't you heard? Bright red eyes, just like the demon at the banquet. Maybe there's a connection? Besides, we have no choice anyway. Or should we be hanged for entering this forest? Of course not. Alright, get ready while we're still resting. Alright, and what do we have here? Monster eye going red. Okay, what about you? Finish it off while it's still injured. Get yourself ready. Essentially just a save your game up moment. Alright. Monster going to nowhere, destroy 2 houses in a barn. Alright. Huh? A fairy? Stop kidding, this is no fairy tale. And we have a couple of references to fairy tales already. Like we had one in the Temple of Purple Flames, we have another one here. Leave the back from the grave stuff to the fairy tales. I believe there's a treasure here that is missable. It almost feels like it's showing us the way. But where to? To the boss fight, Len. Have you played an RPG before? Yeah, I believe that's missable. Because if you once you start fighting the boss, you can't explore this area anymore, and it's a one-time only area too. Can I go that way? There's a passage? No. We're good then. Let's fight. It's up here. Wait, it's up there. Is it? Is it over there? Another missable chest. Oh, there might be more. Never mind, I guess. Don't go any further. Ah. What's going on, Glenn? It hurts so much. The voice inside my head. Glenn, what are you talking about? It's here. Have you seen something? I cannot really see anything. Focus, Glenn. It's a trap. Glenn, dodge. This is Strata's red-eyed beast. How did you know it was coming? Intuition, I guess. Do you hear their laughter? These forest spirits or whatever they are have set us up. Maybe we can defeat it. Look at its injuries. We have no other choice. There's no turning back anymore. And so now we get a tutorial for heavy, dry, oil, and wet. Which I already explained a little bit, but... Inflict those statuses and then you have to use a certain elemental attack to deal more damage. Heavy, earth, dry, water, oil, fire, wet, wind. We've already been using oil slash a while. And it just so happens that this guy is weak against nothing. Thought he was weak against fire, but we can create the weakness. We'll do third eye. I'm gonna do oil slash. Create a weakness to fire. And then we're gonna move in with fire thrust. That's all it takes. 1000 damage! Damn! Armor break? Let's see how much we can do. Counter physical attack. We got third eye. We're gonna cast, use a snack on Lenne. Because she might die if we don't do that. Okay, area of effect. And I guess we're just gonna do a random one. Until then, of next move. How about we just block then? Now we do an oil slash. Unfortunately, we can't have that and defense break up at the same time. It's fine. It is what it is. Because we win. I don't hear the laughter anymore. The forest spirits lured us toward this monster, but why? Glenn, you do not look well. The color has left your cheeks. You should have listened to me. The beast that you defeated just now and the demon that attacked the banquet were both born from the planet. Born from Eldria, and they share one common goal. It is to hunt you down and kill you. Do you understand, Glenn? The world wants to see you dead. Glenn,